ನೋಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಈ ಥರ ಇವ್ರ ಜೊತೆ ಇವ್ರ ಥರ ನಾನು ಸಾಧನೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ದೆನ್ ವಾಟ್ ಡು ಐ ಡೂ? ದಟ್ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ದ ಪ್ಲಾನ್ ಆಫ್ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಷನ್. ಸೊ ಪ್ಲಾನ್ ಆಫ್ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿ ವೆನ್ ಐ ಫೀಲ್ ಲೈಕ್ I should, for example, the biggest motivation could be that I should be the dean of horticulture college one day, right? But directly adu achieve madakagutta? No. So always see, even clearing this exam, if you are in first year, second year, final exams nan clear madbeku with some first class marks, that could be your one goal, right? So to achieve that goal you should be achieving smaller goals. What could be the smaller goals? ಫೈನಲ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸಲ್ಲಿ ಪಾಸ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು ಅಂದರೆ ರೆಗ್ಯುಲರ್ ಇಂಟರ್ನಲ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ತೊಗೋಬೇಕು. ಓಕೆ, ಐ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ಕನ್ಸಿಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್. ವೆನ್ ಯು ಅಚೀವ್ ದಿ ಸ್ಮಾಲರ್ ಗೋಲ್ಸ್ ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಫೀಲ್ ಮೋಟಿವೇಟೆಡ್ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ದಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಗಿವ್ ಯು ಸಮ್ ಕೈಂಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಸ್ಯಾಟಿಸ್ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಷನ್. ಹೌದೋ ಇಲ್ವೋ? ಈಗ ನೀವು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಇಂಟರ್ನಲಲ್ಲಿ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ತೊಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಖುಷಿ ಆಗುತ್ತಾ ಅಥವಾ ಕೆಟ್ಟದಾಗ ಅನಿಸ್ತಾ? ಡೆಫಿನೆಟ್ಲಿ ಖುಷಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಡೆಫಿನೆಟ್ಲಿ ಅದು ಮೋಟಿವೇಟು ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ಐ ಆಮ್ ಕೇಪೇಬಲ್, ಯು ಬಿಕಮ್ ಮೋರ್ ಕಾನ್ಫಿಡೆಂಟ್. ಅದೇ ನೀವು ಕಡಿಮೆ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ತೊಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಫೇಸ್ ಮಾಡುವಾಗ ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರೀಮ್ಲಿ ಆ್ಯಂಕ್ಷಿಯಸ್. ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಬಂತು, ಈಗೂ ಹಾಗೆ ಆಗುತ್ತೇನೋ ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ಎವ್ರಿ ಟೈಮ್ ಅಚೀವ್ ದೋ ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಗೋಲ್ಸ್. ಇಫ್ ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಕವರ್ ಈ 1 ವೀಕಲ್ಲಿ ನನಗೆ ಒಂದು 10 ಟಾಪಿಕ್ಸ್ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದಿದೆ, ಎವ್ರಿ ಡೇ ಗಿವ್ ಎ ಟಾಸ್ಕ್. ಡೈಲಿ ನಾನು 1.5 to 2 ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. So these will be your smaller achievable goals. It is called as SMART goals, right? Small, measurable, there's some I forgot. So reasonably and timely you should be able to achieve those goals. Those are called as SMART goals. Okay, there should be discipline in your approach. This is very important. Timetable ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಹಾಕ್ತೀವಿ, ಹೌದೋ ಇಲ್ವೋ? ಟೇಬಲ್ ಎದುರುಗಡೆ ಒಂಥರ ಟೈಮ್ ಟೇಬಲ್ ಸ್ಟಿಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. How many of us follow that timetable? First day, second day, third day, and fourth day the motivation is gone. Okay, so discipline and commitment. So ನ್ಯೂ ಇಯರ್ ಬಂದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ ರೆಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಏನು? ಬೆಳಗ್ಗೆ 5 ಗಂಟೆಗೆ ಏಳಬೇಕು, ವಾಕಿಂಗ್ ಹೋಗಬೇಕು, ಜಾಗಿಂಗ್ ಹೋಗಬೇಕು. ಹೌ ಮೆನಿ ಡೇಸ್ ಯು do it for hardly 1 week and then the motivation is gone. So being disciplined towards your action, to your commitment is very important. See, there is a concept of showing up for the task. What do you mean by show up for the task? Andre, see, if I have decided that every day I will 2 or 3 hours every day I have to study, that is my decision and I have to do it. So ನನಗೆ ಹಬ್ಬ ಇತ್ತು, ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಇತ್ತು, ಅಥವಾ ಏನೋ ಕಾರಣದಿಂದ ಓದಕ್ಕಾಗಿಲ್ಲ, then at least 30 minutes, minimum 20 minutes, do it. Don't completely skip the work. Okay, if you completely skip the work, your brain will learn ki it's okay. Excuse sigute bahana. See, these are called, no, you have an excuse to skip that work. So don't give your mind the excuse to skip the work. If you show up, then your mind will learn whatever that could be, ನಾನು ಮಾಡಲೇಬೇಕು. ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಆದರೂ ಹೊತ್ತು ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ, ಬಟ್ ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಡೂ ಇಟ್. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಹೌ ಯು ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ಡಿಸಿಪ್ಲಿನ್ಡ್ ಇನ್ ಯೋರ್ ಅಪ್ರೋಚ್. ಓಕೆ, ಕಾನ್ಫಿಡೆನ್ಸ್ ಹರ್ಡಲ್ಸ್ ಬಂದೇ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಬಟ್ ಇಫ್ ಐ ಡೂ ಇಟ್ ಆನ್ ಎ ರೆಗ್ಯುಲರ್ ಬೇಸಿಸ್ ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಡೆಫಿನೆಟ್ಲಿ ಅ ಕಾನ್ಫಿಡೆಂಟ್ ಪರ್ಸನ್. ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಹರ್ಡಲ್ಸನ್ನು ಐ ನೀಡ್ ಟು ಲರ್ನ್ ಟು ಹ್ಯಾಂಡಲ್. ಆಲ್ರೈಟ್, ಸೊ workplace ethics, very important. Okay, don't think that since you are already here I'll anyhow get a horticulture degree and go out of the college. That should not be the attitude. Wherever you are, the ethics, the discipline and the way you approach, ಅದು ಬಹಳ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಟೀಚರ್ಸಿಗೆ ರೆಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ ಕೊಡೋದು, ಕಾಲೇಜ್ದು ಏನು ರೂಲ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ರೆಗ್ಯುಲೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ ಅದು ಫಾಲೋ ಮಾಡೋದು. ಅವ್ರ ಟೀಚರ್ಸ್ ಏನೋ ಹೇಳ್ತಿರ್ತಾರೆ ಇದೇನೋ ಅಂತ ನೀವು ತುಂಬ ಲೈಟ್ಲಿ ತೊಗೊಳೋದು ಸರಿಯಲ್ಲ. ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಫಾಲೋ, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಯೋರ್ ಚಾಯ್ಸ್ ಟು ಕಮ್ ಟು ದಿಸ್ ಕಾಲೇಜ್. ದ ಕಾಲೇಜ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಚೂಸನ್ ಯು. The college has not chosen you. It was your choice to come to this college. So it is your responsibility to follow the rules and regulations of the college. Right? All these are very small habits, but it does a lot of impact in shaping your personality. Okay? Healthy competition. Competition ಅಂತೀವಲ್ಲ, ಕಾಂಪಿಟೇಷನ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಇವರು ನನಗಿಂತ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ತೊಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾಳೆ, ಇವಳೇನೋ ಅಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಓದಿಲ್ಲ, ಹೆಂಗೆ ಬಂತು. ಸಿ, ಇನ್ಸ್ಟೆಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಫೀಲಿಂಗ್ ಜೆಲಸ್, ಲರ್ನ್ what she has done extra than me, that she is scoring better than me. And don't hesitate, go and ask, go and speak to them. Jealousy and trying to pull them down is not going to negatively impact you as well. And have a team. See, always discussion, the best way to memorize something is to teach it to someone. ಓಕೆ, ನೀವು ಲರ್ನ್ ಮಾಡಿದಷ್ಟು ನಿಮಗೆ ನೆನಪಿರಲ್ಲ. ನೀವು ಓದಿದ್ರೆ ನೀವಾಗೆ ನೀವು ಓದಿದ್ರೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಅಷ್ಟು ನೆನಪಿರಲ್ಲ. ಬಟ್ ವೆನ್ ಯು ಟೀಚ್ ಇಟ್ ಟು ಸಮ್ವನ್, ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಡೆಫಿನೆಟ್ಲಿ ರಿಮೆಂಬರ್ ಇಟ್ ಮಚ್ ಬೆಟರ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಇನ್ ದ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ there should be healthy competition. If I learn a subject, I'll teach it to my friend. Whatever he learns extra, he will teach it to me. At the end of the day, we both are going out with better knowledge and a good degree. Ultimately, it's not like he is scoring better than me or I am scoring better than him. That matters a lot. That doesn't matter. Nim gold medal nade enu matter agalla. What knowledge you have, that matters the most. All right. So avoid any kind of distraction. Very important. Your age group people, especially social media, I already mentioned, and nobody I can say is is avoiding social media, but we are not really realizing what is it doing to our brain. How many of you increase the speed of any videos on social media? Ellaru ಮಾಡ್ತಿರಲ್ಲ. What it actually means, ನಾವು ಸ್ಪೀಡ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಮಾಡಿ ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. It will increase to 1.25, 1.5 or 2 times the speed. What it actually means is, ನಮ್ಮ ಬ್ರೈನಿಗೆ ಇಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಪೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಉಳಿದಿಲ್ಲ. Why? Because we are getting that immediate gratification from watching reels. Those small reels, ಅದು 1 minute 30 seconds ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ. ಆ ರೀಲ್ಸ್ ನೋಡಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಮೈಂಡಿಗೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಎವ್ರಿ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ವಿ ವಾಂಟ್ ದಟ್ ಡೋಪಮಿನ್ ರಿಲೀಸ್. Dopamine, okay? So dopamine is a neurotransmitter which gets released whenever you are excited. So ಹಂಗಾಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ನಮಗೆ ಅದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ವಿಡಿಯೋ ಸ್ಲೋ ಇದ್ರೇನು ನಮಗೆ ಅದು ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ವಿ ವಾಂಟ್ ಟು ಫಿನಿಶ್ ಇಟ್ ಆಫ್. ಅದು ಡೋಪಮಿನ್ ರಿಲೀಸ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. So this is what minute changes are happening in our brain which we are not really realizing. Okay? So social media definitely the biggest distraction. Please, as much as possible, be strict with yourself. I am not saying you can completely avoid it, but at least reduce the time. Okay, reduce the time. Screen lock ide, app lock ide, so you can use those things. Okay, I can only advise you. It is up to you, but it is definitely going to harm you. Substance use, alcohol, ganja, especially in Bidar, a lot of ganja addiction is there. Because we are a border place to Telangana and Maharashtra, and I see a lot of students consuming ganja on a regular basis. The worst substance to be consumed by anyone, because ganja causes psychosis anta ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. Once it damages your brain, you will have irreparable damage. Irreparable. Okay, so try to avoid substance use as much as possible. Just completely, there's no ಅಂದರೆ ಅದರಿಂದ ಏನು ಬೆನಿಫಿಟ್ ಅಂತೂ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಬಟ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ರ್ಯೂನಿಂಗ್ ಯುವರ್ ಓನ್ ಫ್ಯೂಚರ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಗ್ಯಾಮ್ಲಿಂಗ್, IPL ಬೆಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತೀರಲ್ಲ, betting, avoid that. FOMO is fear of missing out. Every moment we want to know what is happening in the world as if it matters to in our life. Okay, so avoid. These could be your distractions. Relationship, are you ready? Are you ready for the commitment, or is it just your distraction for this? I already mentioned about the priority. So is having a relationship your priority at this juncture of life? What should be the priority? You decide for yourself, right? So these could be the toxic habits which you can replace by better habits. ರಾತ್ರಿ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ? ನೆಟ್ಫ್ಲಿಕ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸೀರೀಸ್ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು, ಹೌದೋ ಇಲ್ವೋ? I have to complete. Instead of that, get good sleep. If you don't sleep well, next day you will be more irritable, not able to concentrate in the class. And if you regularly lose your sleep, definitely it induces anxiety and depressive symptoms. Okay, so other toxic habits, fast food ತಿನ್ನೋದು ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಅನಿಸುತ್ತೆ, but it is really ruining our body. Replace it with your regular home food. Fast food, consume limited, sometimes maybe only once in 15 days, something like that. Please try to limit it. Okay. Other things already mentioned. You can go to the video. Having a social group is very important. As I already mentioned, it is always good to have a group, discuss, learn from each other. Friends, they could be your stress busters, but at the same time, they could be the people who will distract you from your path. Okay, so try to have good. See, it is believed that, not just belief, there is a science which shows, there is a study which shows you will imbibe the qualities of 5 people whom you are around. Like, ಯಾರ ಜೊತೆ ಇರ್ತೀರಾ, ಕೂಡ್ತೀರಾ, ಯಾರ ಜೊತೆ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಶಿಪ್ ಆಗ್ತೀರಾ, ಬೆಸ್ಟ್ 5 people in your life, ಅವ್ರು ನಿಮಗೆ ಇನ್ಫ್ಲುಯೆನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡೇ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಅವ್ರದ್ದು ಏನು ಗುಣ ಇದೆ ನಿಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದೇ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಯೋರ್ ರೆಸ್ಪಾನ್ಸಿಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಟು ಚೂಸ್ ದ ರೈಟ್ ಪೀಪಲ್ ಇನ್ ಯೋರ್ ಲೈಫ್. ಓಕೆ, ದ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಸೆಂಟೆನ್ಸ್, ದಟ್ಸ್ ಮೈ ಫೇವ್ರೆಟ್. Be a social animal, not a social media animal. You understand what it means? Okay, Instagram alli 4000 10,000 friends idare, but classroom alli ಒಂದು 4 ಜನನು ನಂಗೆ ಪರಿಚಯ ಇಲ್ಲ. So don't be doing that. Okay, so I learned a lot about stress, motivation and all. So stress idena nanage, how do I know? Accepting that I have some difficulties, some challenges and I am nervous is the first step. Okay, then so accepting, acknowledging the presence of stress, source of stress and effects of stress on physical and mental health. So what could be the effect? So when you are stressed out, these could be the symptoms. Your sleep is disturbed, appetite, ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಸರ್ತಿ ಒಬ್ಬರಿಗೆ ಹಶುವನೇ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಕೆಲವೊಬ್ರು ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಸ್ಫುಲ್ ಕಂಡೀಷನಲ್ಲಿ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಊಟ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ಶುರು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಸ್ಪೆಷಲಿ ದೇ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಕನ್ಸ್ಯೂಮಿಂಗ್ ಮೋರ್ ಸ್ವೀಟ್ಸ್. ದಟ್ಸ್ ಕೈಂಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಡಿಫೆನ್ಸ್. ಏನೂ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ತಿನ್ನೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಶುರು ಮಾಡೋದು, ಅಥವಾ ತುಂಬ ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಸ್ಫುಲ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದಾಗ ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಮಲ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಓವರ್ ಸ್ಲೀಪಿಂಗ್ ಕುಡ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಬಿ ಎ ಸಿಂಪ್ಟಮ್ ಆಫ್ ಅಂಡರ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಸ್. ಗಟ್ ಹೆಲ್ತ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸ್, ಗ್ಯಾಸ್ಟ್ರೈಟಿಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟಿಪೇಷನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಲೂಸ್ ಮೋಷನ್ಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಎವ್ರಿಥಿಂಗ್ ಕುಡ್ ಬಿ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಸ್. ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಕಾಮನ್ ಅಮಾಂಗ್ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಹೆಡೇಕ್. Lot of students come to me with complaints of headache. There is no pathology related to headache, but still they continue to have headache. Eye problem illa, eno problem illa. So could be stress, because of stress. So easily tired, body ache, weakness, unable to concentrate, academic decline. ತುಂಬಾ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಸ್ಕೋರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು, ಮೊದಲು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸಲ್ಲಿ ಪಾಸ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು, 80% ಸ್ಕೋರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು, ಸಡನ್ಲಿ they have reduced their academic performance. That could also indicate that there is some problem with this person. Okay, nervousness, anxiety, being worried all the time. So all these are recent. ಮೊದಲೆಲ್ಲ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದೆ, ಬಟ್ ಇತ್ತೀಚೆಗೆ ಕುಡಿಯೋದು ಕಲ್ತಿದ್ದಾನೆ, ಸಿಗರೆಟ್ ಸೇದೋದು ಕಲ್ತಿದ್ದಾನೆ. ಈವನ್ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಬ್ಯೂಸ್ ಕುಡ್ ಬಿ ಅನ್ ಇಂಡಿಕೇಟರ್ ದಟ್ ಹಿ ಈಸ್ ಅಂಡರ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಸ್. Okay, so exam fear could be most important. ನಿಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ exam fear could be the most stressful thing probably among the students. Exam fear ಯಾಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ and how do you tackle it? You all know, you just don't follow it. That's the only thing. You all know preparation is the best thing. So if I am prepared, there is no scope for anxiety. As I already said, if I am prepared, I am confident, and when you are confident, there is no scope for anxiety. So preparation from the beginning is the best way to tackle your exam fear. Teach what you learn, which I already told you. Know your capabilities. See, I may be perfect in one subject, but I have difficulty to understand the other subject. When I have this difficulty, please don't hesitate to ask for help. Okay? Don't never hesitate. When you want to learn, don't hesitate to learn from somebody who is good in that subject. Your teachers or your friend as well. Okay? Focus on eating healthy. See, this is the one thing which most of us neglect. ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಓದೋದಿದೆ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಕೆಫೀನ್ ಅಡಿಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿಬಿಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಎಲ್ರಿಗೆ ಟೀ ಬೇಕು, ಕಾಫಿ ಬೇಕು, ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾ ಇರಬೇಕು, ರಾತ್ರಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಓದಬೇಕು. ವಿ ಗೆಟ್ ಅಡಿಕ್ಟೆಡ್ ಟು ಕೆಫೀನ್, ವಿ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ಲಿ ಲೂಸ್ ಟ್ರ್ಯಾಕ್ ಆಫ್ ವಾಟ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಈಟಿಂಗ್, ವಿಚ್ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಎಟ್ ಆಲ್ ರೈಟ್. ಈಟಿಂಗ್ ಹೆಲ್ದಿ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಯುವರ್ ಬ್ರೈನ್ ನೀಡ್ಸ್ ನ್ಯೂಟ್ರಿಷನ್ to work in the proper manner. So definitely please focus on your food habits, what you are eating during the exam. Okay? Stop making excuses. You can cope better, right? When you are tired, you can just sleep early. Okay? When you are out of shape, you can exercise regularly. When you don't have time to do something, stop watching social media. So these could be excuses. We make a lot of excuses excuses because we are not able to do something, but instead of making an excuse, let's take a motivation and work towards whatever the task is, right? So how do we cope? Whenever we are stressed, there could be two mechanisms with which we are coping, right? So coping is like, see, when you have a stress, exams ಇದೆ, stressful ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, but what is the solution? I should start studying. That is the solution. So do that, whatever the solution is, to take action. When you have a stress which is not possible to change, probably there was a theft in my home, or probably I lost someone very dear to me. This is something you cannot do anything about. Change ಮಾಡಕ್ಕಾಗತ್ತಾ? ಕಳ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದು ಮತ್ತೆ ಬರಕ್ಕಾಗತ್ತಾ? It's not possible. So when you know that I cannot do anything about it, this is beyond my control, deal with your emotions. Emotional ಆಗ್ತೀರಾ, anxious ಆಗ್ತೀರಾ, fine. Experience those emotions and learn to move on, right? So there could be adaptive and maladaptive way of, adaptive thoughts could be ನನ್ನಿಂದನೇ ಸಾಧ್ಯ, ಬೇರೆ ಯಾರಿಗೂ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. Sometimes you need to take help, right? Why everyone is happy but not me? Social media ನಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಖುಷಿಯಾಗಿ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ನಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, but there's no such thing which I feel happy about, but they are just showing the way. ಅಂದರೆ ಅವ್ರದ್ದು superficial life ಅಷ್ಟೇ ತೋರಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, deep down they must be also having some difficulty. I feel I am such a failure. Don't feel that you are a failure, it's a learning opportunity. Okay, so these could be the maladaptive thoughts. Maladaptive thoughts is anything in my life I tend to take it in a very negative fashion. So that is a maladaptive thought. ಇದು ನನಗೆ ಕಷ್ಟ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ದೇವರು ನನಗೆ ಶಿಕ್ಷೆ ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ. That way when you are thinking, no, God is giving me an opportunity to tackle this, to make me more strong. That could be an adaptive thought. Okay. Avoid negative self-talk. What is negative self-talk? ನಾನು ಫೇಲ್ಯೂರು, ನನ್ನಿಂದ ಆಗಲ್ಲ, ನನಗೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯನೇ ಇಲ್ಲ, ನನಗೆ ಏನೂ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್ ಟಾಕ್. ಐ ಆಮ್ ಸಚ್ ಎ ಫೇಲ್ಯೂರ್, ಐ ಡೋಂಟ್ ಲುಕ್ ಗುಡ್, nobody likes me, teachers always scold me. So stop doing that. When you have any kind of difficulty, when you have any kind of confusion, when you have any kind of misunderstanding, the only way to settle it is go and communicate about that problem to whichever person you're facing. ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ ನನಗೆ ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಅವಳಿಗೆ ಏನೋ ಬೇಜಾರಾಗಿದೆ ನನ್ನಿಂದ, ಅವಳು ಸಿಟ್ಟಾಗಿದ್ದಾಳೆ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಮಾತಾಡಿ, ಕ್ಲಾರಿಫೈ. Only way you can avoid is clarify by communication. Okay, stop talking negatively about it. So what could be the long term complications when you are going the stress ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಾವು ಹೇಳಿದ್ವಿ ಸಿಂಪ್ಟಮ್ಸ್ ಏನೇನಿದೆ ಅಂತ. ಬಟ್ ತುಂಬ ದಿನ ನಾನು ಇದೇ ಥರ ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಸ್ಫುಲ್ ಆಗಿದ್ರೆ ವಾಟ್ ಕುಡ್ ಬಿ ದ ಲಾಂಗ್ ಟರ್ಮ್ ಕಾಂಪ್ಲಿಕೇಶನ್? ಕುಡ್ ಬಿ ದಿಸ್, ರೈಟ್? ಪೀಪಲ್ ಆರ್ ಡಯಾಬಿಟಿಕ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಹೈಪರ್ ಟೆನ್ಸಿವ್ ಅಟ್ ಎ ವೆರಿ ಯಂಗ್ ಏಜ್. ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇರ್ಬೋದು ನೀವು, 25 ಇಯರ್ಸಿಗೆ 30 ಇಯರ್ಸಿಗೆ ಕಾರ್ಡಿಯಾಕ್ ಅರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ತೀರ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಹೌದೋ ಇಲ್ಲ? ಯು ಮಸ್ಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಹರ್ಡ್, ರೈಟ್? ಜಿಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು sudden cardiac arrest. Okay, the person is just sitting at the cafe and there is sudden cardiac arrest. All that is because they are chronically under stress and they are not really addressing that. Okay, so these could be the long term complication. And mental health complication is depression, anxiety, psychosis. These could be the mental health complication when you are on a long term stress. So mental illness symptoms we already have told you briefly. Okay, so these could be the mental illness symptoms. Suicidal ideation is one of the very concerning thing. People, they feel like it's the hopeless, very hopeless, and feel like this is the end. I don't think I will be able to live, I should die. ಈ ಥರ ಫೀಲಿಂಗ್ ಬರೋದು ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಸರ್ತಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಬಹಳ ಜನಗೆ. ಬಟ್ ಸಿ, ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ವಾಟ್ ಎವರ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಥ್ರೂ ಈಸ್ ಅ ಡಿಸೀಸ್. Okay, depression, anxiety, difficulties, it is a disease. This is not the reality of your life. Okay, when you excessively think negative, that is also a disease. The problem is ನಮಗೆ ಫೀವರ್ ಇದ್ದಾಗ, ನಮಗೆ ಕಾಫ್ ಇದ್ದಾಗ, ನಮಗೆ ನೋವಿದ್ದಾಗ ನಾವು ಇಮಿಡಿಯೇಟ್ಲಿ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಹತ್ರ ಹೋಗ್ತೀವಿ, ನನಗೇನೋ ತೊಂದರೆ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಬಟ್ ವೆನ್ ಐ ಆಮ್ ಎಕ್ಸೆಸಿವ್ಲಿ ಓವರ್ ಥಿಂಕಿಂಗ್, ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ವಿಚಾರ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ಹೆದರಿಕೆ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ನಿದ್ದೆ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕಾಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದರೆ ಐ ಡೋಂಟ್ ರಿಯಲೈಸ್ ದಟ್ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಎ ಡಿಸೀಸ್, ಐ ನೀಡ್ ಟು ಗೋ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಮೀಟ್ ಎ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್. That is the problem. So these are also disease. Accept it, go and reach out for help, and definitely these symptoms are going to come down, your suicidal ideas are going to come down, and you are going to have a much better life. Okay, so acceptance that I have the difficulty, I need to take help is the first step towards making yourself better. Okay, so identify your emotion. Whenever you have these negative thoughts, negative feelings, you need to identify feeling sorrow, feeling angry, anxious, jealous, guilty, regretful. So I have to take responsibility for my emotions. I feel this way, there is some problem with me, I need to seek help. And try and replace this with positive emotion. Okay? Don't hold on to this. This is going to ruin you. Right? So what I am going to do? ನನಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಿದೆ, I have these emotions, I have realized. So you need to take action. When I am responsible for my emotion, I am also responsible for my healing. Okay, I need to heal, I need to be better. So I should be responsible for my healing. So take action. If I am avoid excuses. Be more disciplined in your action. Exercise regularly. Sleep, diet, focus, relaxation exercises ಮಾಡಿ, ಮೆಡಿಟೇಷನ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಾನು ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಹೇಳಿಕೊಟ್ಟೆ. When it is beyond your control, don't hesitate to seek professional help. Psychiatrists are there. You don't believe depression is the number one cause of disease world over right now. Okay, it is the number one cause. ಅಂದರೆ ಡಯಾಬಿಟಿಸ್, ಹೈಪರ್ಟೆನ್ಷನ್, ನೀವು ಯಾವುದೇ ಕಾಯಿಲೆ ಹೇಳಿ ಅದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಡಿಪ್ರೆಷನ್ ಜನಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ಇವರೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಕಾಯಿಲೆ ಇದೆ, ಅವರೆಲ್ಲರೂ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಯಾವಾಗ ತಗೋತಾರೆ, ಟ್ರೀಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಯಾವಾಗ ತಗೋತಾರೆ, ದೇ ಆರ್ ಲಿವಿಂಗ್ ಅ ವೆರಿ ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ರೆಗ್ಯುಲರ್ ಲೈಫ್. ನಾಟ್ ಎವ್ರಿ ಒನ್ ಹೂ ಇಸ್ ಡಿಪ್ರೆಸ್ಡ್ ಎಂಡ್ಸ್ ಅಪ್ ಇನ್ ಕಮಿಟಿಂಗ್ ಸೂಸೈಡ್. ಓನ್ಲಿ ಥಿಂಗ್, ದೇ ಟೈಮ್ಲಿ ಇಂಟರ್ವೆನ್ಷನ್ ಆದರೆ ದೇ ಆಲ್ ರಿಕವರ್. ಸೊ ಕೀಪ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಇನ್ ಮೈಂಡ್. ಓಕೆ, ಲೈಫ್ ಸ್ಟೈಲ್ ಚೇಂಜಸ್, ಶೆಡ್ಯೂಲ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಪ್ಲಾನ್ ಯುವರ್ ಡೇ. Maintain a routine. Routine ಯಾಕೆ ಬೇಕು? ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಅನ್ಸರ್ಟನಿಟಿ ಕಾಸಸ್ ಫ್ರಸ್ಟ್ರೇಷನ್. ನನಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ ನಾಳೆ ಎದ್ದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ನಾನು ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂದರೆ ಐ ಆಮ್ ಮಚ್ ಮೋರ್ ರಿಲ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ಡ್. ಬಟ್ ವೆನ್ ಐ ಡೋಂಟ್ ನೋ ದರ್ ಲಾಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಪೈಲ್ಡ್ ಅಪ್, ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಡೆಫಿನೆಟ್ಲಿ ಫೀಲ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಸ್ಫುಲ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಟೇಕ್ ಔಟ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಫಾರ್ ರಿಲ್ಯಾಕ್ಸೇಷನ್. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಈಕ್ವಲಿ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. ಡೋಂಟ್ ಥಿಂಕ್ ವಾಚಿಂಗ್ series or watching scrolling social media is a relaxation. Actually it is more stressful than you think, right? My routine should be this. I should exercise regularly, have some outdoor activity on a regular basis. Outdoor activity could be anything, like playing badminton or going for a swimming, going on cycling. So any kind of outdoor activity, definitely it's going to help in physical as well as mental health. Sleep hygiene maintain ಮಾಡೋದು. Okay, having a hobby, writing, listening to music or writing songs, whatever, please develop a hobby, because that will also give you some kind of satisfaction, happiness which you actually need. Okay, focus on diet, yoga and meditation. If you build your habits today, your habits are going to build you tomorrow. That's very important. Okay, ಈಗ ನಾನು ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಹ್ಯಾಬಿಟ್ಸ್ ಹಾಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಡೆಫಿನೆಟ್ಲಿ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಮೇಕ್ ಮೀ ಎ ಬೆಟರ್ ಪರ್ಸನ್ ಇನ್ ಫ್ಯೂಚರ್. ಆಲ್ರೈಟ್, so I would like to end with this. Someone's opinion about you cannot ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, they can make any kind of negative remarks on you, but that is not your reality. Understand this. So build your own identity, be a confident professional. Alright, so thank you for your patient listening. I hope I made an impact, even if I interact for another 10 minutes. Thank you so much.
If you have any questions, you can ask. Most of you are not able to sit. So most of them will not be able to sit in the class for 1 hour.
Again, I told you, since we are not able to watch there was an experiment conducted among children, right? What was the experiment? It was about marshmallow experiment anta ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. Marshmallow for your understanding chocolates anta ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. There were two group of students, children, sorry. ಅವ್ರ ಎದುರುಗಡೆ ಇದು ಚಾಕ್ಲೇಟ್ಸ್ ಇಟ್ಟಿದ್ರು. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಏನು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು ಅಂತಂದರೆ, ಇದು ಚಾಕ್ಲೇಟ್ಸ್ ನೀವು ಹಾಫ್ ಆನ್ ಅವರ್ವರೆಗೆ ತಿನ್ನಬಾರ್ದು. ಹಾಫ್ ಆನ್ ಅವರ್ವರೆಗೆ ತಿನ್ನಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಗೆಟ್ 2 more chocolates extra as a this thing. So those children who ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ ವೇಟ್ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ, ಇಮಿಡಿಯೇಟ್ಲಿ ದೇ took the chocolate, they ate. But few children waited and they grabbed another chocolate. So these children were followed up till their adulthood. What was the result? Can anyone guess? This is a very famous experiment, marshmallow experiment anta ನೋಡಿ ನೀವು. Those children who could wait were more successful than the children who immediately grabbed the chocolate. Because those children immediately grab andre we want immediate gratification. ಈಗ ಏನಿದೆ, I want to grab it. The happiness is seen, I want to grab it. Okay, but those children who are persistent and they wait for the long term gratification. Exams ಇದೆ, 6 months, no, after 1 week there is an exam. ನಾ ಇವತ್ತಿಂದ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಓದಿದ್ರೆ ನನಗೆ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಅಥವಾ ಇವತ್ತು ಕಾಂತಾರ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ 1 ಇದೆ, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗಬೇಕು. So what I choose, whether I choose immediate gratification of watching Kantara chapter 1 today, or I choose to sit and study to get the gratification of better results in the exam. So this is what, so a person who chooses better to wait for the long term gratification will be more. How to get early sleep. So sleep hygiene I mentioned, but I did not go in depth of sleep hygiene. There are few steps to follow sleep hygiene. Sleep hygiene andre ಏನು ಅರ್ಥ? See, I should, waking up and going to bed should be at the same time. What I mean is, see, if you have the habit of going to bed at ever could be, ನಾನು 10 ಗಂಟೆ ನಂತರ ನಿದ್ದೆ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗಬಾರ್ದು. So I should not be scrolling on social media or something. 10 o'clock I should go to bed, 6 AM I should get up. Sometimes ನನಗೆ ನಿದ್ದೆ ಬರಲ್ಲ, ನಾನು ರಾತ್ರಿ 1 ಗಂಟೆವರೆಗೆ ಎಚ್ಚರ ಇರ್ತೀನಿ, ಆದರೂ ಕೂಡ ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಮೇಕ್ ಶೋರ್ ದಟ್ ಐ ವೇಕ್ ಅಪ್ ಎಟ್ 6 AM, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ನಂದು ರೂಢಿ ಬಿದ್ದಿದೆ. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ದಟ್ ಬಯೋಲಾಜಿಕಲ್ ಸೈಕಲ್ ಶುಡ್ ಸೆಟ್ಟಿಂಗ್. ನಾನು ರಾತ್ರಿ ನಿದ್ದೆ ಬೇಗ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ನಾನು ಮತ್ತೆ ಬೆಳಗ್ಗೆ 9 ಗಂಟೆ 10 ಗಂಟೆವರೆಗೆ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಸ್ಕ್ರೀನ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ಅವಾಯ್ಡೆಡ್ at least 2 hours before bed time. If you want to go to bed by 10, avoid screen time by 8 o'clock. But all of us, what we do? Bed allu kuda ide irutte ಇಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ನಿದ್ದೆ ಬರೋವರೆಗೂ ಅಂತ ನಾವೇನು ಸ್ಕ್ರಾಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತೀವಲ್ಲ, ಆ್ಯಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಇದರಿಂದ ನಮ್ಗೆ ನಿದ್ದೆ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. ವಿ ಆರ್ ನಾಟ್ ರಿಯಲೈಸಿಂಗ್ ಇಟ್. ಓಕೆ, ಒನ್, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂಸ್ಲಿ ಗೆಟಿಂಗ್ ಸಮ್ ಕೈಂಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಕ್ಸೈಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ವೆನ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ವಾಚಿಂಗ್, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದ ಬ್ಲೂ ಲೈಟ್ ರೇಡಿಯೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಬೋತ್ ಆರ್ ಅಫೆಕ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಅವರ್ ಸ್ಲೀಪ್. ಸೊ ಸ್ಕ್ರೀನ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ಅವಾಯ್ಡೆಡ್ 2 hours before going to bed. ಓಕೆ, ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಈವನ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಟೋಲ್ಡ್ ಫುಡ್. ನೀವು ಡಿನ್ನರ್ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ, ಊಟ ಮಾಡಿದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ನಿದ್ದೆ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ, ಬಹಳಷ್ಟು ಜನ ಅದೇ ಮಾಡೋದಾನೆ. You eat before you go to bed. That should be avoided. It's always advised to eat 3 hours before going to bed, because whatever food you have consumed, it should get digested and then you go to bed, because then your rebooting system is on. Otherwise your reboot system doesn't start. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಸ್ಲೀಪ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಫುಡ್ ಡೈಜೆಷನಲ್ಲೇ ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಎ ಗುಡ್ ಹ್ಯಾಬಿಟ್. ಎಕ್ಸಸೈಸಿಂಗ್ ರೆಗ್ಯುಲರ್ಲಿ, ವಾಟ್ ಎವರ್ ಕುಡ್ ಬಿ ದ ಎಕ್ಸಸೈಸ್. ನೀವು ವಾಕಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ, ಜಿಮ್ ಹೋಗ್ತೀರಾ, ವಾಟ್ ಎವರ್, ಇಫ್ ಯು ಎಕ್ಸಸೈಸ್ ರೆಗ್ಯುಲರ್ಲಿ, ದಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಗಿವ್ ಯು ಗುಡ್ ಸ್ಲೀಪ್. ಅವಾಯ್ಡ್ ಎಕ್ಸಸೈಸಿಂಗ್ ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ಡಿನ್ನರ್ ಇನ್ ದ ನೈಟ್. Any kind of entertaining activity 2 hours before bedtime is not recommended, because when you get entertained, your brain is more active, you can't sleep. Okay, having a glass of warm milk is also good for you. Okay, so these could be few things which you can follow to get good sleep in the night. Anything else? It's done. Then thank you so much.